Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's MJ here from Florida. We have a few minutes, about 3 or 4 minutes before we're going to get started. So if anyone can send me a thumbs up or something. I'm not sure if I turned on notifications or turn them off. If I don't acknowledge you and say hello, it's because this is the second time I've done it on my phone and not certain how to turn off notifications. So, good morning, Bob. So once a notification comes on, I'm not really sure how to make it go away. So, nope, I don't want to do that. And hey, Bob, nice to see you. Oh, no, we don't want to do that either. So that's what I don't really know how to. Oh, I just swipe right. Just figured it out. How about that? Learn something new every day. So if you're just tuning in today, we're going to be practicing. I'm calling this practice the gift of attention. We're going to have a full practice paying attention to, well, as much of the body as we possibly can as we pay attention to our breath. So if you hop on, just say hello. Love to see who's watching while we wait for a couple more minutes before we get started. It's the first day that's a little cloudy outside for Florida. It's been very, very sunny and extremely warm in the 90s yesterday. So I hope wherever you are, you're safe, you're well, and everything's a-okay. And if not, if you're having any bit of anxiety or fears or doubts or whatever it might be, or frustration or just cabin fever, if you just want to tune in and breathe along. You don't even have to get up out of bed or out of your chair, or maybe just breathe with us as we move through the practice. Teaching virtually is quite a challenge because I'm not really sure who's practicing, who's not. So it's kind of good where no one's watching you, no one's judging you. It's not like some people are timid to walk into a yoga studio and they start comparing or looking at someone else. And so the beauty of this home practice is there's no one to compare yourself to. So you give all your attention and your self-love to yourself. So I hope wherever you are, you can breathe along or maybe practice along for all of it or some of it or a portion of it or whatever you can do today, this morning on Tuesday. I'm just going to check the clock again. And we just have a couple more minutes and then we'll begin the practice. If you want to say hi, I know how to get rid of the hellos, so you can give a thumbs up or say hello. Love to see who might tune in, even if you tune in and tune out. All good. I know how many things come up on your phone, and it can be overwhelming. Too much. So remember, you can watch this yoga practice anytime. You can go to Balance website. That's www.balancewebster.com. Okay, we also have a YouTube channel which you can watch it on. We are offering virtual class passes. So if you do still have your job and the way to support Balance Studio in Webster, New York, then we would completely appreciate your support monetarily. If you do not have that financial support right now, we completely understand, and we're just happy to offer these classes, variety of classes with some really great yogis and mindfulness teachers and dance teachers and Pilates teachers. So we've got a huge assortment of offerings for you. So check us out at balancewebster.com. And all that material will be there. Okay, I think it's about 9 o'clock. Yeah, so we're going to get started. Again, today's practice is called the gift of attention. And I want to read, I've been reading from this book, Mark Nepo. It's called The Book of Awakening. He's written dozens of books, and I actually saw a brief chat with him, live chat with him on Sounds True yesterday. Check him out, Mark Nepo. And he writes, to be awake. There's always purpose in being, but not always being in purpose. So we often latch onto the nearest goal as a purpose. If we can't find one nearby, we are taught to be adrift. But our lasting sense of purpose is in our breathing and in our being. As a humanitarian, Carol Hedges reminds us, our purpose is that which we most passionately are when we pay attention to our deepest selves. So underneath all our worries about careers and jobs and retirements, our purpose really comes down to living fully, to being a light with who we are beneath all the names and titles we are given or aspire to. Imagine Buddha in his moment of enlightenment, of being lighted from within. I doubt if he knew he was aglow. In fact, when Buddha rose from under the Bodhi tree, it is said a monk approached him in utter amazement at his luminosity and asked, "O Holy One, what are you? You must be a god." Buddha, not thinking of himself as anything but present, answered, "No, not a god," and kept walking. The monk, confused, "Then what are you? Tell me, please, what are you?" Buddha could not repress his joy and replied, "I am awake." Can that be our purpose no matter whom we run into? No matter what we are told, is simply to be awake. So that's the reading today. And again, this is going to be a full spectrum practice, and we're going to really devote our attention to our entire body. So take a seat. Maybe you're seated in a chair, maybe you're seated in bed, maybe you're seated on your mat. So if you need to heighten your hips up so you have a nice tall spine, I'm going to sit on a blanket here. And you can find whatever invites a very tall, lifted spine. So I like to elevate my hips. And we're going to just first really pay attention to your breath. So if you feel comfortable enough to close your eyes, just gently let your eyelids close. If closing your eyes is not comfortable, you can just gaze gently down the tip of your nose. Relax your shoulders. And then just feel the base of your pelvis, whatever it's connected to. Whether it's a chair, your mattress, a blanket, whatever it may be, a block. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale out, and soften. Pay attention to how it feels in your physical body to soften. Again, as you inhale, pay attention to this idea of fullness and filling up. And as you exhale, pay attention to how it feels to soften from the perimeter, from the outside perimeter of your body in. So we're going to take attention inwards. We'll feel it on the outside, but we want to take it inwards. So as you breathe, let's consider this question. What in your life needs attention or healing? What in your life or your body needs attention or healing? It could be something physical. It might be something emotional. might be something from long ago. It might be from something down the road. So what in your life or your body needs attention or healing? And there's no need for an answer to arise right after you ask the question. As humans, sometimes we retract from what we should pay attention to. We put it to the side, maybe because we get a little nervous about perhaps looking at those areas of our lives that need attention or healing. Take 3 more breaths with no expectations or no attachments to the outcome. It's just a question to sit with, not to solve. Just to sit with. One more deep breath in and long breath out. And then you can either keep your eyes open or closed, up to you. And we're just going to start to circle around. Circle your torso around. So see if you can lead with your heart forward. And then exhale as you go back, you're rounding. So imagine maybe there's this energy of your heart that initiates the circle. And it's okay, you can get dramatic with it and really go to the side and to the front, to the back, and let your hips come off. Nice big circles. You might want to press your hands away so you can start to move the spine in 4 directions, to the side, to the front, and the back. You can always go at your own pace. You don't have to follow mine. So pay attention to your breathing, inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you roll back. And then when you come to the center, go ahead and reverse your direction. You can close your eyes or just gaze down the tip of your nose, but just feel what it feels like. Pay attention to what it feels like. You might hear some popping and cracking. You just pay attention and you gently notice. So with the breath, we create prana. Prana is life force. Prana is in the food we eat, in the people we hang out with, in our breath. Just do 2 more circles. Good. And then coming back to the center. Now we're just going to do seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, press your heart forward. If your neck's okay, you can gently move the sides of your throat back. As you exhale, round the back. If you want to take your hands and press, you can do that. So you can have hands on the knees, or you can use your hands to lift the energy up. And as you exhale, press it away so you're making a C curve with your spine. Do that a few more rounds. Inhaling, stretching up, exhaling, starting to move the prana, your energy force, your life force. Right? Let's just do 2 more here. Pay attention. Gently gazing at ourselves. 1 more. Good. It's very powerful to spend time with yourself and spending awareness on yourself. So we're going to come to standing. Come gently, since we've been sitting for a little bit. So go ahead and come to standing wherever you may be. My blanket. If you have blocks handy, you may or may not need them. I've got a couple. You can also use books, or I can't even use toilet paper anymore because I'm running low. So, all right, let's see. Let's continue with bringing prana into the body. So feet are just comfortable. Don't worry about alignment. We're just going to pay attention to the breath. So as you inhale, go ahead, bring your palms up. Inhale, It's like you're encouraging the prana to move up. And then as you exhale, go ahead, press down, bend your knees. Again, inhale, bring the energy up. And then as you exhale, press down. And again, you can close your eyes or gaze down the tip of your nose. You decide. Just pay attention to your breath. You know, avoiding any manipulation of it. Just how does it feel today? Pay attention of how it feels today. It might be smooth. It might be choppy. It might be cool or warm. So we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just do 2 more. Good. This time, you're going to inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. As you exhale, bring your hands behind you. You're going to place your hands at your low back. Fingers can face up or down, elbows back. As you inhale, lift the heart, lift the energy up. As you exhale, go ahead, soften your knees and bend forward all the way into a forward fold. Release your head completely. Keep your knees completely soft. And just pay attention now to how you feel in a forward fold. 5 rounds, you're going to lift halfway up. So the halfway up, it's like you're moving your heart forward and out of the pelvis. As you exhale, you fold into yourself. Release the head. Do that 4 more rounds. Inhaling, halfway lift. Feel the prana move from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, let go, soften. Soften the crown of the head. Do 3 more until you do 5. Follow and pay attention to your breathing, to your opening. Let's just do 1 more here. After you fold into yourself, go ahead, walk your hands forward, walk your feet back into your first downward facing dog. Okay, again, downward facing dog is that upside down V. And it's, you know, it's early in the practice, so pay attention to how you approach moving slowly with complete attention to breath and to your base. You can pedal your feet out. Sometimes I even pedal my hands out, right? I just pedal my hands out, same as my feet. Just pedal everything out. But keep awareness of your breath. Okay, you're going to come forward into a high plank position. Plank is as if you're starting a push-up. So you look exactly like a plank, okay? You can have your knees down, not your hips down, just your knees down. From here, knees down. So your hips will be forward of your knees. Wherever you are, with knees up or down, pay attention to your feet. Draw all your awareness to your feet. Feel your toes spread. See if you can feel the soles of the feet spread. See if you can feel energy as you breathe moving out through the soles of your feet. Full attention there. Anytime you need to bring your knees down, it's okay. And you can bring them back up if you want. Now shift your attention forward from the soles of your feet all the way to the crown of your head. Right? And can you feel the energy moving forward to the crown of your head equally as you're moving back through the soles of your feet? Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, lift your hips high to downward facing dog. I call this the rolling plank. We're going to keep doing this for several rounds. You're going to inhale. Your feet, the energy through your feet, move back as you move the energy of the crown forward. Then as you exhale, hips lift high, heels sink down and back, hands anchor. So rolling plank, you're coming forward into a plank. You can always lower your knees if you need to. And then your exhale, you're inviting your hips to lift high, right? As the crown descends and your heels descend. Keep going forward into your plank as you inhale and exhaling into your downward facing dog. Just pay attention. Try to do 3 more. Keep that breath. It's really just about you're dancing with your breath. You're bringing awareness to your breath. The perks are your body's getting stronger, but attention gets stronger. That's the sign of moving your practice to more advanced attention. Right? Wherever we settle our attention is where the energy goes. Let's all meet in downward facing dog, please. Bring your feet together behind you to touch and just feel your feet touching as you invite them to spread open. Lift your right leg, just lift it up, stretch it back, and then step it forward into a lunge. Okay. Step it forward right into a lunge, and on this one we're going to bring the back knee down. Good, so just on your fingertips or on blocks or on books, whatever feels correct for you. Back knee is down. Good. So go ahead as you inhale, palms lift up, the energy, the prana lifts up, then switch your palms, press them down. We're going to do full circles with your arms. You're going to inhale, reach up, and as you reach forward, go ahead and straighten the front leg into a half split. Again, come forward as you inhale, reach up, circle back, and as you exhale, reach forward. You can reach forward or you can connect with the ground. You decide. Inhale, reach up, reach back, and as you exhale, reach forward. Pull the toes towards the heart towards the toes. Inhale, reach up, keep moving with your breath. Again, you can even bring your hands down or keep them elevated, your choice. Do 3 more. Just follow the breath. Pay attention. Now we're feeling the front of the left hip flexor and the back of the right hamstring. So that's where the physical attention might be beckoned to. Just pay attention to it. Not trying to press, just trying to guide yourself into these shapes. Do 1 more, please. Good. And then come back forward. Lift your back knee up. Step back to high plank position again. Take a deep inhale from soles of the feet to crown of the head. Exhale, lift up. 3 rolling planks. Inhaling forward to plank. Getting long from the soles to the crown. Exhaling, hips lift high, downward facing dog. 2 more. Attention is a full span of your body, from soles of both feet to the crown of your head. 1 more, please. Meeting in downward facing dog. Again, please bring your feet together to gently touch. Just feel the power of the gentle touch of the feet, the widening of the toes, and then with an inhale, lift your left leg up. Reach it back, stretch it back. Feel the energy through the strength of that extended left leg. And then step it forward. And lower the back knee down. And we'll do the same thing on the second side. So again, you can just take a breath here, flip your palms up, lift up, and then flip your palms down and exhale, bring down. So you might feel already this beautiful, pay attention to the stretch you feel in the front of your right hip flexor. So as you inhale, lift up, reach your arms back, and as you exhale, heart moves forward, toes move towards the heart. You can reach the hands forward, or you can net them to the blocks or to the ground. Again, inhale, lunge it forward. Feel the stretch in the front of the right hip flexor, and then as you exhale, you pay attention to the hamstring, left hamstring. Keep going just like that. And if there's places that you want to linger, pay attention to that, notice that, and respect it. And go ahead and linger. If you feel like your breath, you have a little bit more energy today, you can move faster than I am or slower, right? This is where the body, the wisdom of the body is so intelligent. Just learning to listen to it is the practice, right? Becoming awake. Do a few more at your own pace. Keep going at your own pace. Move the prana, your life force, your vital energy. They say that prana, it's the master form of energy working at every level of our being, of our existence. Let's do two more. Breathe and flow. Two more. When you've completed your second one, if you have props, move them. Bring your hands down, float your back knee up, and step your front foot back again into high plank position. Knees up or down. And again, we'll do 3 rolling planks. Okay, so there's an inhale, and then there's an exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale to down dog. 2 more, just like that. This time we will meet in plank, and then you'll slowly, from plank, you can lower your knees first, lower your body all the way to the earth. So you're on your belly. On your belly. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose is just how it sounds. I'll show you from the side. You align your elbows beneath your shoulders. Hands look like a sphinx, right? You know, in Egypt. Good. And then from here, I just want you to pay attention to the neck. So go ahead, release your neck and do any type of movement. You can look right or left or circle it, but let the neck become soft. Move your neck like honey, like molasses, like it's just all goodness, all drippy. And as you soften the sides of the throat, the front and the back of the throat, bring your attention to the inside of your throat. Maybe swallow, relax the root of your tongue, and notice as you invite that softness around your neck, the entire circumference of your neck, that it may start to seep upwards, or it may seem to seep and travel into the shoulders. Just a couple more honey-like movements. Mine always has some sounds to it, my neck. I just think I always say it's musical, right? My joints are musical. So are yours. Good. From there, you're going to come up onto your finger pad. So bring your hands out to the side like a spider. I'm right on my finger pads. And then just bring attention to your shoulders. You move them forward and back. You don't have to lift that high. All right, you can just kind of move the shoulders. Invite softness. You can either put your hands down and just bring them forward and back, maybe circle them. And then very slowly bring your body all the way down to the mat. Stack your hands on top of each other and rest your forehead on top of your hands. And stay still here. Just stay still. notice whatever is happening physically. You might stay just with what's happening physically, or your attention may wander to what's happening behind the eyes in the mind. Again, no attachment to the outcomes, just learning to be more aware and more awake. Just take 2 more breaths here. And you're going to bring your hands by your shoulders and press yourself back up to knees or to plank, and then to downward facing dog again. Bring your feet together behind you again. Lift your right leg gently and step your right leg forward. So same lunge that we did before. It can be on blocks or no blocks, whatever feels correct for you. Back knee will be lowered down here. Let's keep the back toes curled, and then go ahead, bring your hands together, interlace the 3 fingers, and bring your index fingers together like a temple, and cross your thumbs. I call this temple mudra, or the Charlie's Angels freeze, sucker, right? Lift up, good, breathe up. Now, as you're here, arms straight, hands in temple mudra. Bring attention to your lungs. Feel your lungs expand. Feel them contract. Feel the lower lobes of the lungs lift up as you inhale, sending energy right up through the temple mudra. Mudra means a seal. Good. And from there, go ahead, bring the palms together in a prayer position and bring your hands to your heart. So you still have your right leg forward, you're in a lunge. Soften the skin of your shoulders. Good. Now bring your attention to your left shoulder and left upper arm. Bring full attention to the left shoulder, the left upper arm. Move that attention down to your elbow. Your left elbow. Good. With that attention, take that upper left arm bone and left elbow and twist it to the outside of your right leg. So just the power of your own connection, of your own touch. Good. Now bring your attention to your forearms. Right? From the left forearm up to the left wrist, to the right wrist, to the right forearm, to the right elbow, the right upper arm bone, and the right shoulder. So there's your attention. Take an inhale and see if you can move your heart just a little bit forward. And as you exhale, perhaps as the hands press gently, you guide yourself into a deeper twist. But you may already be at the deepest twist. The attention is to the arm bones that connect to the right thigh bone. Good. So we're guiding, we're not pressing, we're just taking this twist. You're moving the prana, you're moving the energy, right? Sometimes in a twist, I feel stuck sometimes, so let go of trying to get deeper and pay more attention to just the fluctuation of the inhale and the exhale. I like to think of right around my waist as that's the place where the twist will start. Good. Take 1 more breath, everybody. And then unwind, keep your palms together, keep connected, lift up, hands are in prayer, spread your fingers, lift up. From the lower lobes of the lung, inhale, lift up. As you exhale, go ahead, bring your hands down, lift your back knee up, step your front foot back into plank. You can lower yourself down and go through a flow if you prefer. We've already done a sphinx or lifting of the heart, and then back to downward facing dog. Good. Bring your feet together again. lift your left leg up and then gently step it forward. Right? Paying attention is hard work. It's definitely challenging because the mind, well, at least my mind, can go to so many other stories, right? So pay attention. Go ahead, interlace your hands again, right? You can switch the interlace of the 3 fingers from the pinky up to the middle finger. Index fingers meet and then cross the thumbs the opposite way and reach up. Doesn't matter if your arms are here or wherever they are. Just reach up. Back knee is down. Breathe the prana up right to the temple mudra. You got it. There's nothing to strive for here, right? We have purpose just in our breathing, just in our being. Good. Bring your hands to a prayer position and to your heart. Good. Shift your attention now to the right shoulder. You might even close your eyes while you're sending your attention there. And then the right upper arm bone to the right elbow, that magnificent joint of your elbow. Good. So with the attention of the upper right shoulder, arm bone, and elbow, go ahead, connect those bones to the outside of your left knee or thigh. And for some of us, we might not get the elbow there. If the elbow doesn't reach there, it's okay. You just go as best you can and maybe straighten the arm. I like to put my hand on my heart, and you can twist with a straight right arm. It doesn't have to be connected, or you can just twist without connection. But for these purposes, this practice today, see if you can connect your right arm to your left outer knee and thigh. Good. Bring your attention now into your right forearm, to the right wrist. Now you've got, possibly some of you have your hands connected in prayer, and you've got this connection of these 2 wrists. Think of all the bones that make up the wrists and the fingers to make these magnificent structures our hands. And then bring your attention to the left forearm, the left elbow and arm. Now just breathe it. Don't just guide yourself into wherever that twist leads you, wherever this shape leads you. It's just a shape. It's a shape. We breathe into different shapes. Sometimes our life forms into shapes we never thought, right? Breathe into them. Just breathe and be. Oh, just cracked my back. When you let go, you might find that the body is less resistant. Good. One more breath. And then keeping your hands together in a prayer. Reach all the way up. Stretch up. Breathe up. And then bring your hands down. Lift your back knee up. Step your front foot back to plank. If you'd like to lower down all the way, lift the heart for a vinyasa flow. That's okay. Or just go ahead, press back to downward facing dog. So our attention is like the master healer. Right? Good. Good. We're going to step forward again. Bring your feet together. We're going to step forward again, bringing the right leg forward. Back knee down. Same thing. So we've been in this lunge many, many times. Now we're going to inhale. Bring the arms out to the side. Inhale, reach from the heart right out through the fingers. As you exhale, scoop the energy forward, gather it up, and then cross your arms over each other and move your hands back to the back of your lungs, like the base Not the very top of your shoulders to the base of your shoulder blades. Feel your breath under your arms. Now remember which arm you have on top. So I have my right arm on top, but you might have your left. See if you can remember which arm is on top. And then just breathe here. Can you breathe into the back body, into the back of the heart? Close your eyes. Feel your breath rise and fall right underneath your arms. One more breath here. You're going to unwind the arms. Take the left hand down to the inside of the right foot. Lift the right arm up. Open up, twist up. You can lift the back knee if that feels appropriate for you. Either way. Can you feel your attention breathing your body? Right? Breathing your body. That prana, that energy. Go ahead, bring that top arm down, frame the front foot, float the back knee up. Same thing, you can step back to plank, you can lower yourself down any amount, all the way or part way, lifting the heart, and then lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Good. Bring your feet together behind you again, lift your left leg up, step it forward. Back knee down. Good. Inhale, reach out, heart to the fingertips, reach all the way out. As you exhale, scoop the energy forward. Remember what arm you had on top before, place the other arm. So for me, it'll be the left arm on top. Walk your hands back. Just relax your elbows down. Breathe. Bring your attention to the back of the heart, to the back of the lungs. You can feel the back breathing. Feel it. Pay attention to it. Notice. All right, let's reconsider that opening question. What in your life or your body needs attention or healing? Maybe it's just learning to pay attention one breath at a time. That's success. One breath at a time. And perhaps you notice the mind isn't as jumpy when we settle it into a focus. Every once in a while it'll beckon you to come there, to that story, to that memory, to that list, to that conversation, to that pain, to that joy, whatever it is, it keeps beckoning you. So you learn the tool of attention and just this gentle inward gazing of yourself. Good. Take one more deep breath in and out. Unwind your arms. Bring your right hand to the inside of the left foot and stretch the left arm up for a twist. And again, if you prefer to lift the back knee up, then that's what you do, right? Breathe. Breathe into this entire shape. Good. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your hand down. Good. Lift your back knee up if it's down. Step your front foot back into plank. If you'd like to lower down again and go through a vinyasa flow. Vinyasa flow means you're lowering from plank down. You're lifting the heart any amount, low cobra or upward facing dog. And then you're, on the exhale, floating your hips back up high to downward facing dog. Good. From there, again, you're going to bring your feet together to gently touch. And on your next inhalation, lift your right leg up. Good. Listen carefully here if you're listening. Good. If you have wrist sensitivity, you might want to come to all fours to do this. You can still lift the right leg up. You're going to bend the right knee and lift it up to open the right hip, okay? Also, you can come down on your forearms if it's super tough, and down on the knees, okay? There's lots of variations. There's this way, there's forearm way, there's knee down, okay? But I want you to bring attention to your inner right thigh. Bring that energy from the inner right thigh to the inner right knee, moving the energy up, up. Good. So staying here, I call this the bus stop. You might want to just get off the bus right here. For those of you that know how to flip your dog, please listen. You think you might know. I'd like you to shift forward so your left shoulder's over your left wrist. And then go ahead, look at your feet, and then flip your right foot over, right? You can also just come down onto your tush and do the same thing, okay? If you have shoulder sensitivity. Good. Now, go ahead and press your right arm up to the ceiling. Good, and then reach the arm back or keep it there, right? Just love this new shape. And so I like to right here breathe into my lower back, like back of the pelvis. Feel that lift, back of the spine. To come out of that gracefully, you can do a couple things. You can let your tush come down and just roll over to downward facing dog, or you can lower your tush a little bit and then flip it over to downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a flow here, go ahead, take a flow forward. If you need a rest, you can lower your knees, go to child's pose. You pay attention to what your body needs. If your body's like, boy, that didn't feel so good, then back off. Listen to your body. For years and years, and still sometimes, I pushed too hard. You know, I was a trained dancer, you know, push. I played soccer, I, you know, taught aerobics, I taught, you know, dance, lots of stuff, you know, push. Well, when you get to a certain age, you back off, but you have more wisdom to get stronger. Your attention is stronger. Let's do the second side. So go ahead, bring your feet together. This time, lift your left leg up and bend your left knee. And again, you customize your practice, what's appropriate for you. It might be on your forearms, it might be on hands and knees, it might be one leg down dog, you choose. Bring your attention to your inner left thigh. Bring that energy to the inner left knee and send that energy up. Notice whatever arises physically or behind the eyes in the mind. So this is where you choose. Are you able to safely flip your dog by bringing your shoulder, right shoulder over your right wrist, being completely mindful and respectful of what your body can do? Not what your mind wants it to do, what your physical body actually can do. And it can do so many things. So wherever you are, here in the flip dog, right, your tush might be down, that's okay too. That's your customized down dog. We don't want any pressure or feelings of insecurity in the shoulder. So you decide what works right for you. Maybe reaching that left arm back, breathing into the back of the pelvis. One more breath. And then gracefully either lower your tush a little bit, roll over, come to down dog, and then flow through, or come to child's pose. Good. We're all going to meet on our belly this time. So if you're in down dog, just come forward to plank, and then go ahead, come to your belly. So from here, you're going to bend both knees, okay? And you're going to lower your torso down. Just stack your hands to begin. Rest your forehead on your hands. And feel your knees bending. flex both feet. So here's some options for you. You can reach back for the ankles and grab the ankles, okay? You can reach back for the ankles and perhaps not connect with the ankles and interlace your fingers, okay? You could use your hands down for support. So this is a Dhanurasana bow pose. You decide which bow pose, using your full attention, feels correct. So be awake to what feels correct in your body. We're not going for the gold here. We're not trying to lift up. We're just whatever your variation or your customized shape is. If you're connecting the feet, press into the hands, you lift up. That's all you do. If your hands reach back, you just reach back. If they're interlaced, you just reach back. If they're grounded, you just ground down. You just do what you can do. Use the wisdom of your own knowing. Your body knows it. That's it. Just take one more breath here. And then go ahead, release down. Super good. Okay. From there, go ahead, press back up to downward facing dog. Bring your feet together again. Feel the power of your own touch. Lift your right leg up. You're going to bring your right leg forward. Right knee behind your right wrist. I'll show you from the side. So we're moving into pigeon pose. Now, pigeon pose may not be for everyone. If you have knee sensitivity, then you be awake to that and you do pigeon on your back. Okay? Pigeon on your back would be the right ankle crossed over the left thigh, holding the back of the left hamstring. Okay, that's the shape on your back. If you're able to do the traditional pigeon, go ahead, do that. Right knee forward behind your wrist. You can have a very generous angle with that shin. Place your left hand on your right foot, press down, lift your right knee up, and move it back. And then lengthen the left leg back. Hands to the side. Inhale, move the prana up. As you exhale, just fold. Again, inhale, lift up, exhale, fold. Two more, just breathe up and down. Just breathe. Close your eyes. No right or wrong. There's a feeling of noticing, of gazing. And then from there, you can fold forward. And it's easy to know for me physically where my attention will be drawn is to my outer right hip. But for you, it might be somewhere else. Breathe into wherever your attention beckons physically. Send the focus there. Send the attention there. Invite that tight, sticky outer right hip to soften. Just a few more breaths here. One more breath. And then go ahead, bring yourself up. Gently come up. And then go to downward facing dog. Feet together. Left leg on an inhale lifts. You bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Scoot your right leg back. Good. So I have a sensitive left knee, so I'm going to stay here. But for those of you that can, take your right hand, anchor your left foot down, lift your left knee, and move it back. And then lengthen the right leg back. Good. So from here, just lift up. Exhale, fold forward. I got a sensitive left knee, so I'm not going to do that side that way. You got it. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Pay attention. Where does your attention beckon you physically? Good. One more lift up, and then exhale, fold forward. Breathe your focus and attention into the place that has the most sensation, which for me would be the outer left hip. If you have any pain in your knees, do the supine, the one on your back. You're still going to get the same stretch. It's just a different shape. It's honoring the magnificence of your own body and what it's able to do. Good. Good. Just 3 more breaths here. Deep and full with complete attention. One more breath. And then gently bring yourself back up. Gently press your leg back up to downward facing dog. We'll come forward into a rolling plank. Lower yourself all the way to the earth and then gently roll over. So on your back, I'm going to use a block for supported bridge. If you don't have a block, you can use some books or you can stack some blankets. So you're going to place the block right underneath your pelvis. Okay, you're going to keep your feet, your thighs straight forward and bring your hands by your sides, palms up. Lift your toes up, lift and flex your toes so you bring attention to your shins. Just keep pulling the toes up. Excuse me. Attention to your shins. And then as you lower the toes, lift the heels and bring attention to your calves. So just back and forth. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lift the heels. Attention to the feet, the ankles. Keep moving with that inhale and exhale, lifting the toes, lifting the heels, right? And again, just like the hands, all these tiny bones of the feet that unite to make this magnificent structure, stable structure, and how we walk through our life, right? How we stand through our life. Good. And then relax the toes down. Good. Relax here. Just for a few breaths. Stay right where you are. Take some deep breaths in and out. Lift your right foot up off the earth and just roll your ankle. Spread your toes. Roll your ankle one direction, nice and slow. Again, moving like honey. And then reverse that direction. Just roll it easily. You might hear some campfire sounds, cracking and popping. And then place the right foot down, lift the left foot, roll the left ankle. And then reverse the direction of your ankle roll. Good. Set your left foot down. Take your prop out from underneath you. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open just for a couple breaths. Hands on the belly or maybe one hand on the heart. Right? If this is too intense for you, you can prop underneath your knees. Close your eyes, bring attention to the entire back of your body. And as you exhale, surrender, let go. So we've moved everywhere in the body Gently bring your knees together. Extend your legs straight out. Bring your heels to the corners of your mat. Allow your feet to completely relax. Allow your leg bones to completely relax. Let your bones feel heavy. Bring your attention to your pelvis and just sink into the weight of your pelvis. Your eyes are closed. Palms are by your sides, hands rolled up. Palms up, so it's like this receiving. And then feel the back of your spine, the back of your waist, and the back of your ribs softening. You rest your heart, your lungs, your liver, your stomach, your intestines, all your vital organs. Rest your shoulders. Rest your arm bones. Rest your hands, your fingers, and your palms. Rest your throat. Rest your eyes, your cheeks, your lips, your tongue, your jaw, your ears. Total attention and awareness to Shavasana, final resting pose. Allow the physical, the emotional, the spiritual parts of you now soak up your attention and the energy of your practice. If you're able to rest here in Shavasana for an extended amount of time, I highly recommend it. If you need to get your day moving, well, you've already got some good prana to move with you through your day. So if you'd like to slowly pull your knees into your chest and roll to your seat. And again, you want to move slowly with attention. You don't want to just jolt yourself right back into go, go, go. See if you can ease yourself into your day. If you're still lying on your back, go ahead, cup your hands, bring your hands over your heart. If you're seated, same thing, cup your hands, bring the palms on top of your heart. Breathe into your heart space and hopefully breathe from that space as much as you can today. Good. It's been an honor to practice with you today. At the end of class, we always say Namaste, which means we bow to the light in each other. So if you want to bring your hands together in prayer, and take one final inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And then bow your head towards your heart, lift your heart towards your head, bringing the two closer together. I wish you love and happiness and health. and enjoy the miracle that is you. Until we meet again, namaste.